What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another video. In today's video, we'll be doing an unboxing, tutorial, and review of the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s. Now, this technology is an example of an item that serves as an augment to the human body that aids in accessibility. In fact, I created a new playlist of items that are cyberpunk for this reason. In this playlist, we have items like the Pixel Buds and Wear OS smartwatches. Now, when it comes to the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0, they're most known for their power lacing technology. However, we can take these Nikes to cyberpunk territory by customizing the LED color options. As always, I only feature products or services I buy or would like to buy. This gives the channel more credibility and appeal because we feature items that interest me and change the way we live. Don't have time to watch the whole video? We're now a podcast you can find on multiple platforms by searching for Pixels Cracked. You can also support the podcast by downloading the Anchor app and making a small monthly donation on that platform. And if you are listening to this on a podcast, you can find the more detailed video and YouTube channel by searching for Pixels Cracked as well. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So here we are with the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0 unboxing. The futuristic lifestyle will set you back $350 to $400. Now, normally I don't cover the boxes themselves, but Nike creates a modern appearance for its premium products. This box is inscribed with recognizable holographic elements which emphasize the future. The most noticeable insignia is the Nike swoosh on the box lid itself. In the top left-hand corner, we have sneaker information. A purple and green ring on the left side of the box provides a convenient one-finger carrying solution. Underneath and to the bottom left is more detailed sneaker information with shoe size. In the right-hand corner is another Nike swoosh with the Adapt label. On the front and back of the box are holographic circles that resemble vibrational waves or ripples. The underside of the box is the most detailed. It features a QR code with visuals for Adapt BB 2.0 operation, along with Nike logos and trademark information. So let's get into the unboxing. The packaging has pull tabs on the side which essentially unlock the box, and then the lid flips open to present you with a clean presentation of the contents. Items include the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0's adapter, USB-A to USB-C cable, wireless charging pad, and product information. So here we have the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s. The color scheme is white, wolf gray, bright crimson, and black. Each shoe has a loop on the back to help with placing the shoe on. It also gives the shoe a modern appearance. The thin laces are pre-fed through an intricate system and ready for operation. The first thing you may notice about the Nike Adapt is the Nike swoosh, which has a chiclet pattern. This gives the shoe a textured, futuristic appearance. Underneath the swoosh, we have power lacing system labeling. The front outside edge of the shoe features Zoom Turbo labeling, which is a bit difficult to see, and underneath is shoe model information which reads version 2.0 Nike Adapt BB year 2020. Towards the middle outside edge of the shoes are the lace adjustment buttons labeled minus to loosen or plus to tighten. Nike ships the BB 2.0s with the nicer plastic shoe lifters, and the insoles are removable. Next, we have the wireless charging hardware. The adapter and USB-C cable have no Nike labeling, which is a slight disappointment considering the price you pay for the full package. However, the USB-C cable is long, which is a plus for routing. The wireless charging pad is similar in shape and size to a scale. The charging pad also feels like it has a thin application of felt. The underside of the charger also features anti-slip pads to protect the charger itself and prevent it from sliding around. My BB 2.0s came partially charged, so initial charging may be necessary. Simply place the 2.0s on each circle and charging starts as indicated by the lace buttons being illuminated. Now the cool thing about the charging pad for the Nike Adapt BB 2.0s is that it is a wireless charging pad. It's just a really large one. And what that means is you can charge devices that support wireless charging. So as you can see, I've got my Pixel 5 here, and then I've got the Google Pixel Buds, and they're both charging on here wirelessly because there are two sections where a charging pad exists. So let's imagine you just got to your friend's house and you realize the worst possible thing that could happen in the universe at this moment did happen. Yes, you forgot to charge your Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s, but your friend is a good friend. They have a wireless charger just like this. Yes, what you can do is you can place your Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s on here, and you can start a sci-fi charging experience just like the one you've witnessed here. Next, we have initial setup for the Nike Adapts, which requires the Nike Adapt app from the App Store for your smartphone. Once installed, the app helps us through the complete setup process. Now I'm on Android and I'm using a Pixel 5 specifically. I was going to do a screen recording of the Nike Adapt app, but I think it was causing a communication issue between the Nike Adapts and the Nike Adapt app itself. So unfortunately, I had to do the tutorial this way. I apologize in advance. Now you can see that I have the app open, so we're going to tap Get Started. Now, in order to use the Nike Adapt app, you do have to create a Nike account. And once you've created one and signed in, the Nike Adapt app will ask for a few permissions. Location and Bluetooth are turned on by default, but you have to give the app location access, and you want to tap while using the app. Now the next page allows us to connect each Nike Adapt to the app. Now in order to do so, we want to power on each shoe, and that's done by pressing and holding either the plus or minus icon for 2 seconds, and then we're going to tap start on our phone. So let's give that a try. And then we're going to tap start, and then we're looking for a pair and connect box. And I'm going to bring my phone a little bit closer. That way, hopefully it pairs a little bit better. And then we're going to tap pair and connect. And then we're going to check the box and then pair. And then shoe detected. And then we're going to press either button to confirm. And that's confirmed. And we're going to do the same exact thing for the other shoe. So you can see we're halfway there. And I'm going to bring my phone to the other side. I'm going to power this shoe on. And then we're going to wait a moment here. We're looking for that dialog box again. Apologize that you can't see this side here. And I'm going to bring my phone a little bit closer to the shoe. And then we're going to tap pair and connect. Check the dialog box and then pair. Shoes detected, and then we're going to press a button to confirm. And then you can see that we're all set there. And I'm going to move my phone up a little higher, that way you can see it. Now we can dial in the fit. So we're going to tap next, and then we're going to put our shoes on to find the perfect fit. Now I will say initially the shoes do feel very snug. In fact, you might think they're already laced up, but that's just how they are. I'm going to put this one on, and they automatically lace up when you put them on. Now this isn't even like, completely set up. They just do this, and that's called the auto adjustment. So we're going to tap begin, and it's actually adapting the laces to our feet. And I would say that's actually a good fit. You could see it actually tightened and then it loosened. When it tightened, before it loosened, it was actually way too tight in my opinion. I actually got a little worried, but now they're nice and snug. This is actually like perfectly how I would want my shoes every single time. And this is called game mode. I could adjust it if I wanted to, but it feels really good. So I'm going to tap save game mode, and it's saving game mode here. And it says we're all set. So now that we've set up our fitment modes, I want to run through all the colors, and I've turned off all the lights so that hopefully you can see this really well and it'll create a good presentation. So I'm going to tap on the color selector, And we're going to run through every color. Now, after I select the color, I'm going to give the name of that color so you can understand what color that actually is if it's hard to see because we're recording the phone at the same time. So I'm going to tap the next color. This is called Hero Blue. The next color, Racer Blue. The next color, Vivid Purple. The next color, Pink Blast. The next color, Red Orbit. The next color, Bright Crimson. The next color, Total Orange. The next color, Opti Yellow. The next color, Electric Green. The next color, Green Spark. And the final color is white. We actually have to go to the very first color though to demonstrate what that one looks like. That's Aurora Green. We just didn't see that first because it was already pre-selected, but it's technically the first color. Now on top of the standard color options, we also have dual color options. So I'm going to swipe to the left and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select each one and give the name of it after. So this one is Racer Blue Opti Yellow, Racer Blue Electric Green, Racer Blue Aurora Green, Vivid Purple and Opti Yellow, Vivid Purple and White, Vivid Purple and Aurora Green, Red Orbit and Racer Blue, Red Orbit and Opti Yellow, Red Orbit and White, Green Spark and Opti Yellow, Green Spark and White, and then Hero Blue and Pink Blast. Now, if this isn't exciting, we still have light effects. So we're going to tap on the light effects icon. And we've got Pulsing, Strobe, and Gradient. We're going to run through each one, starting with Pulsing. So I'm going to tap on Pulsing. And you can see it's going to pulse there. It's really slow. So if you want something a little bit faster, you'd want to click on Strobe. And that's going to create a strobe effect. And then we have Gradient. So we can tap Gradient, that's going to create that effect. And then we have the duration time. So it looks like it's set to a default of 60 minutes. We can choose 30 minutes, or we could choose 5 minutes. And then once we've selected our light effect, we can tap Done. Now, if all of this still isn't cool enough, we can actually use the Google Assistant to open up the Nike Adapt app on our smartphone and then perform functions on the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s. So in order to do this, I'm going to swipe up on my Android device to trigger the Google Assistant, only because I don't want to give the hot word and trigger the Google Assistant on all my devices in my apartment. So let's go ahead and try the first command. Open the Nike Adapt app and unlace my shoes.
Opening Nike Adapt.
And there's that mechanical noise. It's letting us know that the shoes are being unlaced. I really like that. You have to kind of be a nerd or a dork, I believe, to be into that, because it kind of sounds like a robotic movement. Okay, and then we have the next command. Open the Nike Adapt app and loosen my shoes.
Here's Nike Adapt.
And again, you're going to get that mechanical sound and noise. It's just very impressive. And then we have the next command. Open Nike Adapt and tighten my shoes.
Here's Nike Adapt.
And you can hear that the mechanical sound was very brief, and that's because it only tightens in 5% increments. So ideally, that would be a huge inconvenience if you were looking to tighten your shoes completely with the Google Assistant, because you'd probably be saying the OKG command probably at least 5 times to get tightened up pretty good. And then we have the next command. Open Nike Adapt and check my batteries.
Here's Nike Adapt.
And that's going to be pulling up the battery information for the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s. And then we have the last command. Open Nike Adapt and change my lights.
Opening Nike Adapt.
So this is going to change the lights on the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s. So final thoughts. It's an undeniable fact that we're living in a future where we're adding more augments to our bodies. Now these are technological goods that change how we function. Some items provide life-improving data like a smartwatch. Other items provide entertainment or data like the Google Pixel Buds. And then we have other items that provide accessibility aid like the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0s. The Nike Adapts are known for their self-lacing convenience. But when it comes to technology, let's not underestimate potential. Of course, self-lacing technology is not only impressive, it serves as an accessibility aid to those who may not be able to tie their shoes or have a difficult time doing so. This makes the Nike Adapt BB version 2.0's life-improving technology. Now the Nike Adapts also come with LED customization, allowing users to give their shoes a unique identity. But this feature is also arguably life-improving technology because it allows walking pedestrians to be more noticeable at night. Now, although this technology is impressive, its current downside is its price point, which pushes it out of reach for many consumers. However, this is a Nike product loaded with batteries, wireless charging capability, hardware buttons, and computer chips. That being said, it's safe to say that a premium price point is to be expected. Overall, the Nike Adapt line is a great buy for anyone who wants to live the futuristic lifestyle and wear a sneaker that has a unique identity compared to your average footwear. However, this experience comes at a premium. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please leave a like. If you're watching this on YouTube and have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now there are 3 ways you can support the content. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link found in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or I would like to buy, and anything you buy from the storefront does support the content. The next way you can support the content is just by sharing this video with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the last way you can support the content is just by clicking the subscribe or follow button. Now liking and subscribing are important. Those are ways to vote on whether you like the video or the podcast. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers and listeners. If new viewers and listeners see likes and subscribers, they're going to think that the content is helpful, worth watching, and listening to. So that is pretty much it. And until next time, Leon checking out.
You